is it possible to do an open house that actually converts? Are open houses even worth it anymore? I want to tell you the story of the COO of our company. Before we joined forces, before he came on board with Redux, he was running open houses like crazy. He had run 40 open houses. And you know how many clients he got from those 40? 0. Goose egg. None. Like, did not have any success whatsoever. And he was like, man, open houses are just not worth it. And then we ended up, I think we were at a conference or something where he actually heard what the game plan was to actually do an open house that converts. And he realized how many places he was falling short. So first of all, he let people sign in whenever sometimes they signed in, sometimes they didn't. He did not check their cell phone number, and he never tried to do the golden rule of winning any open house, which I'll share at the very end. So what he did, he started following all the key principles of winning an open house. And he got to a point where he did I think it was almost half of his business came from open houses that next year. Well, what are the keys? First, anytime somebody shows up to your open house, make sure that they sign in. Make sure that they sign in. They've got to sign in. If they don't sign in, then you're never going to get their information. But here's one of the keys. A lot of times people put information that is not accurate. So when you're talking to them, and you need to engage with everybody, and how do you talk to them? You know the key elements of every single person that walks in. They're going to want to know, how's the roof? How's the hot water heater? What schools does this feed into? You need to know the basics about the house, right? Well, here's the key. Then you can go next level. You bring your computer or an iPad or whatever and say, oh, when they walk through the house, Zillow says only 5% of the people that actually come through actually will buy that house, right? But they're all looking, right? So what you do is you look and you say, hey, have you seen this house on 123 Main Street? I'd love to show it to you. And you pull it up and you bring them over, and they're looking with you. They're being collaborative with you, right? You're leading them. All sales is leadership. You're leading them, and you're looking at the open house and you're saying, hey, check this out. And then you say, hey, would you like to see it? I'm done at 3. I could schedule the appointment to show it to you right afterwards. Sure. Boom. All right, what's your cell phone number? And you think, oh, they already signed in. But the reality is a lot of times people don't actually put their real number. So you grab your cell phone, take their cell phone number, text them right then and there and say, and you just text your name, Chris Craddock, right? And say, hey, did you get it? Can you text me your name back so I have you locked in my phone, right? So you're playing offense, right? If they have your number but you don't have theirs, you're playing defense, right? That's one of the reasons I hate giving out business cards. I always ask for their number so I can play offense. The second thing is, and I already alluded to this, always the key to the open house is not, hey, maybe they're gonna buy that house, right? 5% chance they'll buy that house. But the key to the open house is set the appointment before they leave, right? From an appointment, set an appointment, right? So before they walk out the door, you make sure that you've set an appointment with them to talk with them about another property, another house. Well, how can you do that? You need to make sure that you have looked through the MLS and everything anywhere near that price point, anywhere near that location, anywhere in that school district, that you know all of the above, so that you can say, and I know it's a little bit harder in a low inventory market, but you can say, hey, there's these 3 houses. Have you seen them? You want to go in? You want to see them? I know there's not an open house today. I can get you in later. And you're setting an appointment. The second you do that, you have started moving down the road, right? Zig Ziglar says the first yes is always the hardest, right? You get in the door and then you start working together, start making things happen. So I've got a good friend of mine. He has built a lot of his business on open houses, actually most of his business on open houses, does about 25 million in volume every year, almost all from open houses. And here's what his numbers are. He said that if you follow this system, that for every 4 open houses, you should get 1 client, right? 4 open houses equal 1 client. So are open houses worth it in this market? Absolutely, yes. If you want to dive deeper, if you want to really game plan the open house, we have our Redux U just kind of open house system. Happy to go through it. Happy to work through it with you, and just make sure that you're doing it right. Now, picking the right open house is also part of that. And again, we're happy to walk through all of that with you. So click the link below. Happy to get on with you guys and and just help you create a business plan that will absolutely convert and not be like our COO when he first started, where he did 40 and got 0, but be like our CEO when he actually understood all the systems that convert and made a massive amount of money doing open houses so that he could get a ton of clients. Happy to help, happy to serve, happy to get you all set up. Let's go.